Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, says voters who fail to put on face masks during the Edo and Ondo gubernatorial elections would be prevented from voting. Yakubu stated this at the Presidential Task Force briefing on COVID-19 in Abuja. The chairman explained that with the pandemic, it had become necessary to wear a face cover, which does not necessarily need to be a medical mask, but any material that could be used to cover the nose and mouth. Speaking on electronic voting, Yakubu said the commission could not employ the system as the laws had not permitted it.
It is mandatory for every voter to wear the face mask or face covering, without which the voter will not be allowed to vote. We need to emphasize that we are not asking for the kind of face mask I'm wearing, not surgical face mask, but face covering. Face covering will be sufficient for the voter to be accredited and to vote. Also, voters are required to maintain physical distancing. The Commission introduced 2 queues, one outside the polling area and the other inside the polling area. Within the inner queue, voters must maintain the mandatory 2-meter or 6-feet distance from each other. And we clearly marked this in one of the by-elections we conducted last month. I will come to that shortly. Furthermore, voters must avoid touching surfaces or leaning on walls at polling units. For the purpose of voter education, we have produced a 10-point voters' code of conduct. And this has been produced by way of a poster for voter education. And this is the poster. Voting in Safety, the INEC Voters Code of Conduct. This has already been mass-produced with support from development partners and delivered to the states where we have elections, Edo, Ondo, and other states, because we also have by-elections in 11 states in 15 constituencies on October 31st.
Meanwhile, the INEC chairman also revealed that the PTF had donated additional 3,000 thermometers to INEC, which would be added to the 1,000 earlier donated and deployed to Edo and Ondo for elections.
Happily, PTF has supplied initially 100 units of the thermometers which we deployed to Nasarawa, and I'm also glad to say that they have made available 3,000 thermometers to deploy to the polling units in Edo State.